Welcome. Today I will tell you the story of one of the most impressive and magnificent films in cinema history, The Last Samurai. Released in 2003, this film not only offers a visual feast, but also tells a story of cultural conflict and change that delves deep into the human soul. With the masterful direction of Edward Zwick, the unforgettable performance of Tom Cruise, and the enchanting music of Hans Zimmer, this film provides viewers with both an emotional and thought-provoking experience. If you are interested in the honorable world of samurais, the harsh realities of war, and the struggle within oneself, this story is perfect for you. Now, I invite you on this epic journey. The Last Samurai is an epic historical drama film directed by Edward Zwick and written by John Logan. Zwick had already proven his talent in telling historical stories with films like Glory and Legends of the Fall. The Last Samurai once again showcases his mastery in this field. The film tells the story of cultural conflicts and the end of the samurais during Japan's modernization process in the late 19th century. Tom Cruise stars in the lead role as Nathan Algren, a veteran of the American Civil War. Ken Watanabe mesmerizes viewers as the samurai leader Katsumoto. Watanabe's performance earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. The film also features talented actors like Timothy Spall, Billy Connolly, and Hiroyuki Sanada. The filming took place in New Zealand, which reflects the natural beauty of Japan. The production team paid great attention to accurately portray samurai culture and Japan of that era. Costumes, sets, and weapons were prepared with historical accuracy. Tom Cruise and the other actors underwent intense training to learn the samurais' combat techniques. Cruise became an expert in sword fighting and horseback riding for this role. Nathan Algren is a soldier who fought in the American Civil War and the Indian Wars, but the traumas he experienced led him to alcoholism. The massacres he committed in the past have deeply wounded him. Algren comes to Japan to train the emperor's modern army, but he finds himself in a completely different world. Japan is modernizing under Western influence, but the samurais resist this change. Algren is tasked with suppressing the rebellion led by the samurai leader Katsumoto. However, the untrained and undisciplined Japanese soldiers suffer a great defeat against the samurais. During the battle, Algren tries to defend himself with a spear he picks up, but he is helpless against the superior combat skills of the samurais. In this clash, Taka's husband, Katsumoto's brother-in-law, is killed by Algren. Algren is captured severely wounded and taken to the samurai's village. Algren, held captive in the village, begins to distance himself from alcohol and confronts the burden of the pain he has experienced in the past. Katsumoto decides to observe Algren instead of killing him. During this process, Algren gets the chance to closely observe the samurai's way of life. In his conversations with Katsumoto, he learns about the values of honor, discipline, and loyalty that the samurais hold dear. Katsumoto tells Algren, the most important thing in a person's life is how they end it. This statement changes Algren's perspective on life. Algren takes notes in his journal about the samurai's lifestyle and philosophy. These notes reflect his inner transformation. He writes in his journal, "These people do not see death as an end. For them, death is the beginning of a journey. They live their lives with honor and end them with honor." Additionally, a bond gradually forms between Algren and Taka. Although Taka initially feels anger towards Algren, she begins to see that he is embracing the samurai's values. Algren starts learning the samurai's martial arts during his time in the village. He trains in sword fighting and horseback riding. However, this process is not easy. The other samurais, especially Ujio, Hiroyuki Sanada, treat Algren harshly. During one training session, Ujio defeats Algren and beats him. But this incident makes Algren even more determined. Over time, Algren masters the samurai's combat techniques and earns their respect. One night, the village is attacked by ninjas. Algren fights alongside the samurais and helps defend the village. This event fully earns Algren the acceptance of the samurais. Katsumoto tells him, "Now you are one of us. You are a samurai." Katsumoto is invited to the palace by Emperor Meiji. Algren and Katsumoto go to the palace together. However, the emperor's advisors, including Omura, Masato Harada, and other pro-Western figures, are plotting to weaken the samurai's power. On the streets, officers of the modern army cut the samurai's hair to humiliate them. This situation damages the samurai's honor. At the palace, Katsumoto tries to explain the samurai's values to the emperor, but the emperor, influenced by Omura, does not listen. Katsumoto refuses to surrender his sword and is arrested. Algren takes action to rescue Katsumoto and frees him. Katsumoto and Algren prepare for the samurai's final battle. Facing the modern army, the samurais are outnumbered, but their honor and beliefs are strong. During the battle, Katsumoto tells Algren, "We will fight like the 300 Spartans." This analogy reflects the samurai's philosophy towards death. In the battle, the samurais fight with great courage, but they are helpless against modern weapons. Katsumoto dies during the battle, but his death leads Algren to fully embrace the samurai's values. Algren presents Katsumoto's sword to the emperor and says, "They are all dead, but none of them surrendered." After the battle, Algren adopts the samurai's way of life and begins to live with Taka. The spirit of the samurais continues to live within him. The film ends by emphasizing Algren's inner transformation and the honorable lifestyle of the samurais. The Last Samurai deals with the struggle within oneself, the preservation of cultural identity, and the inevitability of change. The film highlights the values of honor, discipline, and loyalty that the samurais hold dear, while showing how modernization threatens traditional values. As Katsumoto said, "The most important thing in a person's life is how they end it." This statement summarizes the film's perspective on death and honor. The film makes viewers think deeply about the meaning of life, resistance to change, and the depths of the human soul. The film's music was composed by the famous composer Hans Zimmer. Zimmer created an epic and emotional soundtrack that reflects the spirit of samurai culture. The music enhances the film's atmosphere and draws viewers into the story. Tracks like A Way of Life, Inspectors in the Fog increase the excitement of the battle scenes and the depth of emotional moments. Zimmer's music stands out as a complement to the film's visual spectacle. The Last Samurai explores universal themes such as justice, mercy, death, evil, and the human soul. The film emphasizes that justice is not only achieved through laws, but also through the righteousness within a person. The theme of mercy is seen in Algren's relationship with the samurais and his feelings towards Taka. Death, as a central theme, reflects the samurai's honorable way of life and their philosophy towards death. Evil is portrayed through the corruption brought by modernization in characters like Omura. The human soul is highlighted through Algren's inner transformation. The film gives viewers the opportunity to think deeply about these themes. The Last Samurai was a great success at the box office, earning over $456 million worldwide. The film received positive reviews from critics, and Ken Watanabe earned an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. The film was also nominated for many awards in categories such as visual effects, costume design, and music. The film was praised by both critics and audiences. Tom Cruise and Ken Watanabe's performances, in particular, added emotional depth to the film. Critics praised the film's visual spectacle and the power of its story. However, some critics criticized the film for telling Japan's story from a Western perspective. Audiences found the portrayal of samurai culture impressive and emotionally moving. The Last Samurai is considered one of the most important epic films in modern cinema. The film popularized samurai culture worldwide and provided viewers with an unforgettable experience. Additionally, by exploring themes like cultural identity and change, the film left a lasting mark in cinema history. The film, especially with its battle scenes and character development, continues to be remembered as a successful example of the epic genre. The Last Samurai makes viewers think about cultural identity, change, and the struggle within oneself. The film presents the honorable lifestyle of the samurais as a reminder of values lost in the modern world. Algren's inner transformation emphasizes the need to confront one's past and resist change. The film offers viewers the opportunity to reflect on the meaning of life, honor in the face of death, and the depths of the human soul. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. Share your thoughts about The Last Samurai in the comments. See you in the next video.